This shadow here concerns me.
Confirmed.
Vitals are dropping. We need immediate intervention.
Everything looks perfectly healthy.
The facility doors open. The camera pushes through into a manufacturing environment where the difference between correct and almost correct is measured in clinical outcomes.
Initiating the sequence now. Monitor the currents.
Stable at the target parameters. Kilovoltage is right on spec. It's a pass.
Specialized X-ray optics manufacturers producing anti-scatter grids, the precisely structured grids of lead foil strip.
As you can see here, the uniformity across the panel is excellent, well within our specified parameters.
Transporter, the new MDR regulations significantly impact our timelines for the next-gen X-ray system.
We must prioritize.
We must
DQE levels look consistent across the array.
Confirmed. The voltage regulation on the generator is holding steady.
Shock indicator clear. Documentation signed off.
Okay, proceeding with the lift to the assembly fixture.
The production of healthcare technology demands absolute adherence to protocol. As you can see by the documentation,
the complete X-ray system is assembled, integrating the sealing suspension with the examination table and wall-mounted detector stands.
As the high-voltage systems are integrated, meticulous care is taken to secure the grounding infrastructure and verify the emergency stop.
Japanese cover की कार की calibration tangmiche banambe. Dongen zachi de saman mile. Na ke mashugat.
Beam quality measurements are well within the regulatory limits.
Confirmed. The tube housing leakage is nominal. We are cleared for shipment.
The complete EXO produces images of calibrated phantoms, specialized test objects.
Much of the Periki, Undinivan to Watson Yaragan. A penu or Aintansi is tightened under many galata. Exempted.
Verification complete. All parameters are within spec, and the build record is finalized, ready for release.
Somewhere behind that door, Philips Healthcare's next-generation imaging detector is being developed.
Before going further, we signed a legal agreement.
Philips Healthcare's imaging technology development.
This scientist has developed imaging physics for the company's systems for 12 years. He can describe the physics principles that determine image quality.
Philips Healthcare's Imaging Performance Laboratory characterizes every X-ray system design against the metrics that determine
radiation dose management is the most consequential performance dimension of an X-ray system that most patients never know exists.
Artificial integration into X-ray systems represents the most significant change in diagnostic imaging since the transition from film to...
Philips has been manufacturing X-ray equipment since 1918, a century of imaging technology development.
Lower exposure without image quality running compromise. 20 years ago, an imaging procedure required an exposure that was...
Philips Healthcare's clinical validation program generates the clinical performance evidence that regulatory submissions require.
The regulatory documentation that supports a Philips X-ray system, the technical file that describes the device's design, the risk...
Philips Healthcare's post-market surveillance system monitors the clinical performance of every deployed X-ray system, with service records analyzed for performance trends.
We were told this area develops Philips Healthcare's next-generation imaging architectures, detector technologies, and imaging systems.
Utilizing advanced computational modeling, we predict the precise balance of image quality and dose output.
Listen, we need to focus on these outliers in the dose output. The variation is exceeding the acceptable threshold.
Right. If we...
The sensitivities variation is highlighted here.
We need to refine the flat field correction.
Yes, applying the new algorithm reduces...
This data point on the focal spot geometry seems slightly off trend for this loading condition.
Detector stand alignment is within tolerance at 0.5 millimeters.
Confirmed. The geometric accuracy is holding steady across the range.
the measurement device shows stable output at max kV.
Good. Log that in the tablet and cross-reference the IEC standard.
Everything looks aligned for the production release.
The enhanced system-level voltage regulation verification. Every completed X-ray system tested for dose accuracy at
It passed, but 0.8% is too close to the limit. This voltage regulation...
The FDA requirements for the new device are clear here.
But the IEC standards for Europe have specific derogations we need to address before market approval. We need to cross-reference this against the EMEA guidelines before escalating.
Agreed. The flowchart shows a longer review cycle for the night shift.
The calibration is complete, and the acceptance tests passed all parameters.
Excellent. It's ready for use.
Right distal radius, get a portable ultrasound ready.
This pneumothorax is worsening.
We need to remove this immediately. Prepare for surgery. All right, just hold very still now while the paddle lowers. And for the next scan, take a deep breath in and hold it.
Advance the wire slowly now.
Okay, I see the flow restored distally. Good result.
From rural villages to emergency field tents, portable X-ray technology is transforming healthcare access across the developing world.
Hamburg, a hub of healthcare innovation. For decades, this Philips facility has produced life-saving medical imaging equipment for the world.
The transition to digital eliminates the need for hazardous chemicals, allowing instant image review and
With our eco-design strategy, we minimize material use and energy consumption. It's about extending the service life of every system.
Our certified refurbished systems meet the exact same standards as new equipment, ensuring quality and reliability.
Notice the subtle consolidation here in the lower left lobe. The resolution of the system really highlights the fine details.
And what about the pleural effusion we saw earlier? The results look very encouraging.
We caught the nodule right here.
It's beautiful. Look at my arm.
Scan complete. All parameters are within tolerance. Sign off on the digital log.
The quality management system requirements unchanged, the documentation requirements unchanged, the regulatory consequence of a quality failure unchanged.
Walk me through the disposition plan for the nonconformance.
We've implemented the containment action, and the line is now clear.
I want to acknowledge the team for the successful FDA inspection. 0 observations. Excellent work.
Congratulations, everyone.
This enhanced protocol, detailed here in the flowchart, permanently addresses the voltage deviation gap we identified during the investigation.
We verify the dose accuracy here. This specific limit is crucial for patient radiation protection.
And that's why we double-check the calibration every morning.
It's official. The acceptance testing is complete, and the DHR is signed. We are ready for shipping.
Am I seeing this right? That resolution is unprecedented.
Rerunning the scan, and it holds! We've got a breakthrough on our hands.
Every Philips X-ray system undergoes rigorous acceptance testing right here in the factory before it reaches the customer.
Ancient raw material, modern precision. A product consumed by billions every morning, the manufacturing of which most people have never once considered.
Footage not shown in this episode, the extended next generation detector development laboratory, the complete clinical validation.
The audio features the calm voice of a man speaking reassuringly. There are also sounds of precise mechanical assembly,